Let me tell you something. There will never be peace on Earth. Not because we don't have technology, not because we don't have resources, but because most humans cannot communicate to save their lives. People don't have conversations anymore. They have emotional seizures with vocabulary attached. I was talking to this guy online, one of those life coaches. You know the type, always preaching, always performing, always acting like God personally gave him a podcast mic. And I actually agreed with him. I said, bro, discipline matters, responsibility matters. Then I added one small sentence. One. I said, not everyone is wired the same psychologically. And he didn't respond. He didn't engage. He didn't think. He just started ranting again, like I wasn't even there. And that's when I realized, oh, this isn't dialogue. This is a man auditioning for his followers. We live in the most connected era in human history. Phones, internet, podcasts, AI. And somehow, people understand each other less than cavemen did. Because communication isn't about language, it's about ego. Most people don't speak to understand. They speak to win, to look righteous, to protect their little fragile identity. Truth is optional. Vibes are law. Go into any TikTok live, put 9 people in a room, same topic, same words, and somehow 9 completely different realities. One person hears oppression, another hears accountability, one hears biology, another hears hate. Nobody is listening. They're just waiting for their turn to shoot. TikTok isn't a debate stage. It's a psychological zoo. Except the animals have ring lights. Here's the brutal truth. Most arguments aren't about facts. They're about tribe, status, pain, insecurity. People don't want truth. They want victory. They want to feel morally superior. They want to be seen as one of the good ones. That's why you can define terms clearly, and they still don't hear you. Because you're not debating logic. You're debating emotional programming. You're arguing with somebody's childhood. Half the internet is arguing structure. The other half is arguing feelings. One person is asking, what is true? The other is asking, what sounds nice? And both sides think the other one is insane. So the conversation collapses. Every single time. Most people don't want clarity. They want comfort. People keep dreaming of some perfect society, some utopia, some equilibrium. Bro, equilibrium requires something humans don't have. Self-awareness, emotional control, accountability. Most people are running on trauma loops, dopamine addiction, social conditioning. Civilization is basically a bunch of primates wearing suits, trying not to crash out. Same animal, different app. Sometimes I watch humans interact, and I genuinely feel like an alien. Not because I'm better, but because I'm watching people misunderstand each other on purpose. Ego masquerading as morality, outrage masquerading as intelligence, performance masquerading as virtue. And I'm just sitting there like, are we really this broken? Yes. And the worst part, most people are proud of it. So what do? You stop trying to save the mob. You stop trying to convince the comments section. You become disciplined. You become calm. Because the smartest person in the argument is usually the quietest one. You don't crash out. You don't spiral. You let other people reveal themselves. Because real power is clarity without emotion, truth without performance, confidence without domination. So yeah, humans frustrate me, but I've accepted it. This is the game. Most people don't want conversation. They want a stage. And the first evolution is simple. Learn how to communicate without ego. If you've ever felt like an alien watching this circus, comment alien below, because trust me, you're not alone. Most humans aren't talking, they're performing.